An auto race is more than cars running in circles. From the first beautiful entertainer to the last tired driver, it's a special event like nothing else in all of sports.
So Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. It's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have. He has the window net down, and Earnhardt continues to work on cleaning off the windshield of cars. Now Waltrip on the inside. Side by side. Down to the inside. Oh! 4 cars. There it goes.
There's Bodine into the fence. Joe Ruttman spins around. Who's going to win the race? Where's Kyle Petty? Darrell Waltrip's alongside of him.
There's the hook. Bang.
Earnhardt came down, caught the right rear of Darrell's car. There's Darrell Waltrip's Chevrolet, and it is torn.
Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt.
That's a good example of what Earnhardt will do to get in.
Feet away from the checkered flag. There it is. Davey Allison wins. Terry Labonte finishes second. Coming down off turn 4. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back, and Elliott goes inside. And Earnhardt still got the lead. Incredible. He's the
But Alan Kowicki is coming off of corner number 4, knowing that he's winning the championship. There's the checkered flag for Alan. He's the champion for 92.
The third corner, he gets way down on the apron of the track, coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead.
And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to
and Earnhardt spins him out. Oh, man. And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
And Jimmy Spencer ran second.
Slow car's going to be in the way.
Just like a year ago, he's going to get him, though. He's going to get him. Gordon got loose. It's Harvick.
Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. What a race. What a finish.
How did Jeff Gordon hang on to that car that loose off turn 4?
Man. We got him. Tell me we got him. 29 car. You got him, buddy. Harvick, you got him.
Folks, this is Dale Earnhardt's car and team. And Kevin Harvick, the young man Richard Childress tapped, is doing a John Force down the front straightaway. Look at Kevin Harvick as the fans saluted Dale with the number 3 on the 3rd lap. Kevin Harvick salutes him on the way to victory lane.
If I was him, I'd run that thing out of gas riding around here.
What could be more fitting? What could be more special?
Turn 4, final lap of the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip in second, but it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Yes!
That man behind you did it for you.
Yes!
You guys celebrate. You love you, man. You did it.
That was beautiful. Very, very nice.
Junior, you're happy.
Look at that smile.
I am speechless.
To go, what did you say?
Well, he said he knew he could beat him. We just didn't know what was going to happen.
Remember when we've seen this before? And Steve Mills joining the fray now.
Yeah, man, DI's tough. DI's tough.
We can celebrate.
What a finish at Daytona. Dale Jr. on top of the car in the infield.
The 1998 Daytona 500, when his father finally won the Great American Race, he threw the car into the grass doing victory donuts. Everybody joining in the celebration. That's Chocolate Myers. Long-time crewman for Dale at Richard Childress Racing. Sixth to first in the final 6 laps. All right, Mikey, you celebrate too. You never got to celebrate your win in February. You celebrate now.
Man, that's just so cool. Storybook ending. Oh, this is great.
Try to win it.
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks
He
up.
goes to the outside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no! He turns him.
No.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
That's a year's worth of frustration. Oh, conflict. The crews are in it. Somewhere in the middle of that is Jeff Gordon.
That's stupid.
Through as much pain and had as much perseverance as 30-year-old Kyle Busch. Tonight he earns his first Cup title. Kyle Busch, the 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
Oh my God! Look at me, Kyle Busch, I've never seen anything like it. Thank you so much. Thanks, team. Great job!
Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship. Finally reaching the peak. Putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season. Mark Truex Jr. is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion. This moment presented by Sunoco, doing victories all season long. 4-year-old from Dawsonville, Georgia, is about to join his father, Dawsonville, in elite company. Chase Elliott is a NASCAR Cup Series champion. Driver side to the fans, waving, and now he comes up to the young driver that just won his first championship.
God, I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off.
Heyo.
Hey.
What up, Holmes?
How's it going?
Dude, it's going, man. How about you?
Just hanging out here on the LTC from East Tennessee. As always, it's me, the one, the only, the Cody, the hostess with the mostest.
JKL.
Dude, it's Thanksgiving week.
It is, man. It's hard to believe.
This year, at first, like the first half of the year, I was like, man, this year, like, it feels long. Dude, this has been the shortest college semester of my entire life.
Really? You feel like it flew by?
Dude, yeah.
I went into my day job today. I went in and they were like, hey, man, do you got your time in? I was like, not yet, dude. It's just another week. And they were like, no, dude, Thanksgiving's this Thursday. And yeah. I was just like, where did time go?
Yeah, dude. No, this last little bit has just like been the flick of a switch for me. It literally started at the end of summer. Like when the semester came in, I was like, dear God, like time is flying by.
Do you ever get terrified? Like,
The existentialism behind that question in itself, like
well,
how fast time moves as we get older.
I was gonna say, do you ever just get like terrified because you can't remember like parts of a year, and you're like, "Am I schizophrenic? Like, am I crazy?"
I have actually deep moment here. Since I got on medicine, the way that I like calculate and formulate time has totally changed. And that's probably why time is flowing by for me. Because I always took I took snapshots of every single day vividly. Like, dude, I can like live you through my entire life in vivid detail and order. And I can't, the last 3 months, I can't do that.
No.
I don't, I've been alive.
But you can't like process those memories.
No, not at all. Now, from July 2022 back to like July 95, I have a pretty vivid memory.
I mean, you've been around me enough now. You know that, like, I forget my ass is attached in 10 seconds.
And I've gotten really bad about that myself. If my head was not connected to my body, I'd be screwed. Totally screwed.
Every day, I think I have early onset.
I know exactly what you said, but I hate the fact that you've got to repeat it because you lagged out.
I did lag out. I was like, is he just that shocked, or is he just standing there? I said, I said, every day I feel like I have early onset, like I'm terrified.
Jacob's allowed to make that joke.
I am allowed to make that joke. Before anybody comes after me,
yeah,
I'm allowed to make that joke.
Dude, and that's terrifying in itself too, because that is gonna like take out our entire generation. Like, that's already starting to like surge.
Yeah, it's becoming like more and more popular.
I have a crazy conspiracy theory about that. Well, I guess it's not crazy. I think it's like aluminum foil. I do. I genuinely.
I don't mean to laugh because it's a good point, but like, yeah, I mean, I can see it.
Well, think about why do people say this is unrelated? This is just like euphemisms here, okay? Just to preface, why do they tell you don't smoke out of a can? You'll fry your brain cells.
That is true. Well,
what's a can made out of, bro? Aluminum.
That and these things we put up to our ears every day.
Yeah. But now, like, we go even deeper though because we use AirPods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put them right in the ear.
Let me catch up on the comments, and then I want to finish this point real quick. We're just starting to slip behind. I can't wait to order a Big Mac plain with extra cheese and 20 nuggets, a large fry, and an apple pie. Oh, spoil yourself, King. Papo Cody, hope you have the greatest Thanksgiving, good sir. Happy Thanksgiving, Papo Cody. Nobody else sent it. No, part of it's just you. Casey's good. What's poppin', G? Cooper's just clout chasing in the comments now. I want to be on, but do the fans want me? There's a link for everybody in LTC. Here to say mean things about my opinions. What should I wear as a conspiracy cap if I can't wear aluminum? I mean, I told everybody earlier, kinda. I gave everybody like a 3-hour heads up on this one.
It's a surprise Thanksgiving.
Dude, that's a bad take. Bad take. Yeah, there's a link in the Discord. How else would Jacob have gotten here? So back to the conspiracy point. Do you ever think about Wi-Fi?
I think about yes, but probably not in the way that you are. Like, I have dreams where like my Wi-Fi is a human being and I'll strangle it to death every night.
You watched way too much Terminator growing up.
I did.
You did, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, think about like just all of these Wi-Fi waves just like going everywhere, like rampant everywhere. You do not get away from Wi-Fi waves ever.
Yeah. It's
Bluetooth. I mean, this is totally me just talking like a crazy conspiracist. I don't have any backing for what I'm saying. It's just, do you ever think about like maybe we don't fully understand?
Well, I mean, think about when you go to a race. Like how many phones are out there?
Oh, dude, it's just like beaming, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever radiation it's putting off. It's just like you're in a microwave.
The satellite that takes the footage from Fox or NBC and puts it on our TV is just beaming like right in between us, sometimes through us, and that's what's insane.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's like they say for guys, you're not supposed to keep your cell phone in like the front of your pants, like in your front pockets, like for obvious reason.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is a suggestion. Yes.
Is that because of TC? Dude, that just like ruined my entire fucking life.
Yeah. Like it frazzles everything.
I'm terrified now.
Yeah. Well, and they also think that it can harm reproductive organ. Like, I don't know. Like, we're not an educational channel, so I'm trying not to say the wrong thing. But what you're brewing down there as a male, they think that perhaps, like, it's hypothesized that the waves can like frenzy the cells.
I'm totally stuck on Colton's comment. What the fuck?
Honestly, bro, I don't even think that this is a conspiracy. She does not look anything else like the rest of those sisters. I mean, just straight up. Before she had, this is gonna sound awful, before she had all the plastic surgery, Kourtney was actually like the prettiest Kardashian to me.
To be honest with you, if Kourtney Kardashian walked by me in the street, I wouldn't know who she was. I just wouldn't know.
Jake's got to be a doomsday prepper. Has a silo in the Midwest just waiting to get to when the shit hits the fan. Jacob, I could totally see you being a doomsday prepper.
Well, okay, it's not wrong. I don't think I've ever told you this.
You're a doomsday prepper?
No, I'm not. But my grandfather's house had like a very deep basement, and it was built during the like World War II because of the fear of possibly, being wiped out. And there's literally like a room just filled with canned food for years. I'm talking like years, probably since the 70s, and it's just stacked all the way to the top.
Now, when you say canned food, you're talking like canned beans and canned tomatoes and
stuff that was homemade canned. Yes.
Yeah, that's never gonna expire.
No, it'll never expire. It gets better the more it marinates.
I refuse to knock a doomsday prepper because while like the realist in me is like these people are idiots, when shit hits the fan, I don't want to be a hypocrite and being like, hey, I know I made fun of you, but do you think you could spare me some like beans?
Dude, I'd spare you beans. 100%.
If I made fun of you beforehand though for being a doomsday prepper.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Right. Yeah, that's why like I need to respect them just in case like it does come out to be, a wise thing.
Yeah. Honestly, let's change the subject right now. How thick do you think or wide do you think a piece of pie should be for $4? I want to know. Like, do you think it should be like that thick? Like, we're talking about like a triangular cut pie. Okay. Do you think you stop me? You stop me when you.
Okay, hold on. Wait, are you at the crust?
I'm at the crust. Yes.
Okay. How much was the price again?
$4.
$4 a slice. Wait, hold it. Go back to the starting. That is $4 slice.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Today, I got some lunch at this restaurant that I eat at a lot, and
you could say their name.
I don't want to.
Okay, well then put it in the private at least. Just
I'll put it in the private. I'll put it in the private, but I went there and got a piece of pie, and they were like, yeah, this piece of pie is like $4. And I was like, oh, okay. But I got like a meal. The whole meal was like $13. It come with turkey. Like the meal itself was great. Like it was fully, the quantity on it was fantastic. But they brought me this pie and they set it down. And all I did was just look at the pie and look at the waitress. And I was like, this is a joke. That's the only thing I can say. I'm sure I'm lagging right now, but
You're good. You're good.
that's about how thick it was.
There's no way, dude.
That's I'm not shitting you. That's about how thick it was.
So like you had to like hold it like this.
I could have picked that thing up and ate it like a slice of pizza. If it tells you anything, she took like a little bit more than a teaspoon of whipped cream, and most of it ran down the side of the pie.
Bro, I thought we had been talking about pizza.
Oh no!
You said the
pumpkin
pie. Okay, I missed the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Okay, well I still hold firm then. Like that's still
$4 for pumpkin pie is a pretty good slice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a skinny slice, bro. I'm a big boy.
That's tough. Did you put it in the private chat, by the way? No, you didn't.
No, not yet. But I will after the show. After the show.
After? Okay, you don't want me to roast them on air?
Well, you're gonna. It's not a restaurant I think you would roast.
Really?
Yeah. I don't feel like you would roast this because me and you have. I feel like on food we're very polar opposite.
We are.
Yeah.
Are you gonna say Huey's? Is it Huey's, bro?
It's not Huey's. No, Huey's. I have not been to Huey's since the last time.
When is NAS Christmas? That's got to be soon. We need to start preparing for that.
Yeah.
At some point.
I might be in Japan then.
Next month?
Yeah.
Why are you going to Japan?
I did for work, but I meant to tell you that.
Speaking of like just waves everywhere, dude, you would not have bad internet service in Japan. That is one thing for certain. You would not lag out if you had to do the show from Japan.
Yeah. Like that would be a pretty good thing. I would have pretty good internet.
I'd like to start a petition to get Jacob better internet. We'll get there one day.
I'll sign it. Can I sign my petition for myself? Is that against the rules?
I'm making pumpkin pie, Jacob.
I will be there. That's all you had to say.
Ryan's wanting a piece too. So do you remember last week when we talked to Ryan Vargas? And I was talking about how I had all those crackers to eat in like 2 days.
Yeah, I do.
So I didn't eat them all. So these are only 2 days expired, but I feel like it's okay.
What kind of cracker is it?
It's the best crackers in the world, dude.
Oh, those are pretty fire.
The peanut butter and cheddar.
Yeah, those are pretty fire.
Mm.
Were you a fan of Terry's chips growing up?
Not until my recent years, actually.
So for anybody that doesn't know, Food City, one of the wonderful sponsors to the sport of NASCAR, bought out Terry's Chips a few years ago. And if you come to the Bristol area, you should go to a Food City and you should buy some Terry's Chips. They have all kinds of
Which
flavors.
one? Okay, which why do you love Terry's so much?
They're like the Faygo of potato chips.
Okay, here's the first list of the night. We are already there. Top 3 potato chips. And cheese puffs count as a potato chip.
So I can count
chips.
Cheese puffs.
Chips. Yeah.
Chip.
Yeah. The top 3 things you'll buy down the chip aisle in a bag.
Okay.
Because you could even name like pretzels.
Number 1, I'm gonna say just because it's my classic, it's what I go to.
Terry's.
Pringles sour cream.
Okay.
It is bandwagon, but
like
I like
the sour cream and onion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I do not like.
Dude, I could get behind some sour cream and onion chips.
It's a good chip. Now I don't
Shred
like
your mouth.
They do. I don't like OG Pringles. I don't like the red can. Never have. That's something I just never bought.
Too salty?
Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's just it was one of those things when I opened up the cabinet when I was a kid and I saw my mom bought regular Pringles. I was disappointed in her for the week.
She's like, Jacob, you haven't done your chores all week, and you're like, well, you didn't buy the right kind of Pringles.
Yeah, it was honestly probably punishment for something I've done. I just never did comprehend it, and I just got filled with hatred. But number 2, Terry's ketchup chips, fucking great, bro. Love ketchup chips. And number 3, you're going to hate this one, Ruffles queso, bro.
Dude, anything Ruffle is sinful. Absolutely despise.
I will say my number 3 is Todd. I didn't want to just leave you with Ruffles because I knew you're gonna hate that. Talkies. I love a good talkie.
Dude, okay, dude. On the Talkies note, my little brother for the last week, dude, cool kid, but my God, does he do the weirdest shit? And Cole,
yeah,
dude, he's jacked and he's swole at 16. Dude is he is built different.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, dude, you want to try something that I learned that I liked? And I'm like, sure. And I'm like, tell me. And so he tells me, and then I'm like, no. And so it's been a running joke. Well, last night he was like, y'all want to try it? And I was like, I'll try it if Summer will try it. So what it is, she didn't try it, by the way. I did, and almost threw up. He fills a bowl, right? A bowl full of full of tap water, okay?
What?
Just full of sink water, bro. Sink water, right? And then he dips his Talkies in that bowl. And he eats them.
It's not cereal.
No, he's dipping them. And then the water is slowly turning red. I don't know. It didn't do anything it made me just nauseous. It's where the Talkie's so rolled up, when you bite into it, it explodes with water. Because there's water.
So okay, my question is, does he drink the water?
No, I don't think so. No.
So is it because it's too? Do you think it's because it's too hot? Maybe he doesn't like the spice, so he takes some of the spice.
That's not doing too much. Because it's still because I don't like Talkies. I think that they are way too twangy for me. But that's how he does them, dude. He dips them in water.
Well, I was getting ready to say, because when you eat something spicy, the worst thing you can do is drink water.
Oh yeah.
Because it just adds to the burn. And
I'm a big milk advocate when it comes to needing to. Exposed him.
Oh fuck, bro! I hate milk so much. This is the one thing. Oh,
Jacob's
God,
a big milk guy. If you don't know,
that and feet. Those are the two things that just
Would you drink a bowl of milk that had feet? So we got Ballrick's Classic, Ballrick, I think I'm saying that right, Classic, pretzel nuggets, and Nacho Doritos. Dorito Flamin' Hot, Cool Ranch, Cape Cod Jalapeno Kettle Chips, Ruffles Loaded Baked Potato. Nope. Jalapeno Kettle sounds fire. If anyone eats cranberry sauce, you sick. Fuck parv. Amen, brother.
Hell yeah.
Cheese puffs. No, man, dude, anything that's Cheeto, I'm a big fan of. Even the Cheeto macaroni, incredible, bro.
Oh,
I could eat no, it is fire. Absolutely love anything Cheetos. Cheese puffs do take the edge, but man, there is nothing better than flaming hot Cheetos, in the middle of the night.
So you take Cheeto Puffs over Cheeto Crunch. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm gonna mute. You just read these out while I'm muted.
Yeah, I'll read these out. Doritos Cool Ranch, Ruffles Sour Cream and Onion, Lay's Mesquite Smoke Barbecue Kettle Cooked. Those were all long names, JD. Like when those chip companies, like besides Doritos Cool Ranch, which is a classic, when they were making those chips, they went in hard. Colby Hoopin' and Jamming. I'm sorry, bro. Hang on. Colby Hoopin' and Jammin' Talkies. That's Talkies. Dynamitas and Lime Hot Cheetos. I have never heard of Dynamite.
I bet that's like something that's closer to the border kind of chip because Tristan's from Texas.
Oh,
we don't get any of the cool shit like that.
No. Like even in Mexico, dude. Like when I went to Mexico a couple of weeks back, I got some Cheetos that was there, and they were good as shit. Well, they were good as hell. Now, I didn't know what the fuck it was because I couldn't read Spanish, but I mean, it was good.
It was good, and that's all that mattered.
Yeah, it was good. It said some words, and I was like, all right, cool. Jimmy John's original cheddar sun chips, sour cream and onion Lays.
Sour cream and onion absolutely slaps. That is a wet Cheeto, yeah.
It's just a wet Cheeto.
What's up, bro? Yes. I kind of want to try it. Have you seen that?
Have you guys seen the video of the girl who makes mashed potatoes from chips?
You like boil Lays, but it takes like 20 bags to make like a bowl.
Oh my god, that's so much. How much money is that?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah,
he also does. He puts like craft singles. He'll get a bowl of Takis and then throw like a fucking craft single on it and put it in the microwave.
Shit. Me. You have no idea, Colton. Thank you. Y'all stir your taters with your strong hand.
Grab my strong hand.
I hope I said
Scary
that.
movie too.
I hope I said that the way JD wanted me to say that. Cheese on them doesn't sound too bad. Me and Jacob are the same. My two biggest fears are from... Oh, yeah. Fuck. Ew, Chrome. Jesus. Lay's gas station sushi.
Dude, hell
bro,
yeah.
Bro. All right, King, we got to talk, bro. Gas station food is a trap, homie. Trust me. I have a story on that. JD picked the longest chip names he could find. Some are $20. Yeah, no, I'm not reading that one.
Is milk and feet like a common fear? Like those two? Like, is that like a personality trait?
I don't know, but like just hearing milk and feet makes me nauseous. Like I'm like sick to my stomach now. Oh god, I just do not like feet. I don't care if it's, you know, I'm a single guy. I'll say it.
Yeah, this is accurate. Yeah,
wearing a tap out shirt.
A rock star in one hand.
Who the fuck was that guy? Who was the dude that used to race the Rockstar car in the Xfinity series? He was like a big deal. Who was that? Oh my god. It's gonna kill me.
Somebody will say it in the chat. Don't worry.
Yeah, somebody's got to know. It was a long last name.
Favorite snack while watching a race? Oh, bro, cookies, dude. Cookies.
That's a good question. I don't think I've actually like ever snacked during a race. I've always just kind of like bought some food.
What? You are not a race snacker?
No, I'm not a race
Dude.
snacker.
Oh
It's the same way with the beer. Like I don't drink beer during the race either.
Oh, bro, no. My two favorite things to do while watching NASCAR is drinking beer and eating.
Yeah.
Like I pretty much eat like the whole race. Cause like we usually do a pizza. And then like she'll have like a slice or two, and then I'll just eat the entire rest of the pizza during the race. Man, I guess he didn't like that too much. I'm gonna be a glass of milk for Halloween next year. chocolate almond milk is fire. Milk is just a weird thing, right? Because when you think about it, the first guy who ever tried milk, creep, total weirdo. This guy has no redeeming quality about his personality in the least bit. Oh, is he back?
That
Hey,
was
buddy.
actually my fault. I hit leave studio accidentally.
Yeah, you were like offended.
Yeah.
I was just talking. Sorry, you're right back in this conversation. Have you ever tried almond milk?
No.
Like you've not tried any other like forms of it?
I mean, probably. I would say that I've probably given all of it a shot.
Do you know why you don't like milk?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Are you comfortable with sharing? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Of course. 13 years ago, it was a rainy day on a Tuesday. I come home. I go into my refrigerator. And I'm like, you know what would be good? Some milk and cookies. It was a weird craving that I had not felt before, but I insisted on trying. And I pulled out the cookies and I poured a glass of milk. And I was in such a rush to, maybe I was checking my phone, I don't know. But I was in such a rush, I just drank the milk without looking at it. And what lodged in my mouth felt like little pieces, like gigantic pieces of macaroni. It was chunks, bro. It fucked me up.
So you drank spoiled milk?
Oh, hell yeah, man. And I puked. Oh, God, I puked. And ever since then, man, was the sight of milk makes me sick. Like one time I watched this guy milk a cow and like milk, like, you know, milk squirted out of the teat. And I remember it just made me sick to my stomach. And then I was like, oh. And then I dated a vegan, which is weird. But I dated a vegan one time. And she told me that like milk had pus in it. I wasn't breastfed, bro. So, no, I was a formula baby. It's Formula One, baby. That's it. You know all that. But yeah, I dated a vegan. She said that milk had pus in it. And that really ruined it. Because now the only thing I can think about when I see like a cow being milked is that like if they're popping a huge pimple.
That's rough.
Isn't that nasty? Ew.
This is awful. Are you still there? Are you frozen? Yeah. Oh, hey, buddy. Welcome back.
Hey, man. Hey, Spectrum, bro. What do you know?
What about your bones? So, when I guess this is just like embarrass Cole night on the stream. When he was really young, we had some expired orange juice in the fridge, and he's frozen. The milk's throwing your internet for a loop, pal.
Yeah, I took a trip down memory lane. Dude, fuck.
Now you're back. You're back. No, he's not. Oh, anyway, so the story, I'm gonna tell it whether he can hear it or not. He pours a glass of orange juice, and he takes a sip of it. And he's like, "This orange juice has air in it," and it was just blobs of mold in the orange juice, or penicillin, I guess. So it might have been a good thing for him to drink it. Yeah, it was just some orange juice that had gotten shoved in the very back of the fridge, totally forgotten, and he dug it out. And he wanted some orange juice. You're joining. tractor tipping.
My internet's good now.
What'd you do?
What do you mean?
Why is there two of you?
I don't know. It is weird, isn't it?
Well, your phone is on the stream. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's gone. That's strange.
Like you just joined in.
Yeah.
He's playing the part now. Let the Twilight Zone join. My favorite thing for Thanksgiving is my mother's hash brown casserole. Okay, so we'll do this one to lead us into the bigger picture here. What are the top three? Wait, we didn't even do all three of our favorite chips.
Yeah, you never did say your favorite chips. I said mine.
All three of them?
Yeah.
Cheese Puffs number one, hands down.
Cheese Puffs.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos are probably number two. All right, so for number three, there are these. Have you ever had pop chips before?
Yeah.
Dude, the barbecue ones. Or actually, this is rough. You gave two for third place though, I think.
Yeah,
So-
you gotta have a tie for third, right?
Yeah. So mine would be the black bag of the Lay's barbecue, like the black barbecue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is a good chip. I like pictured in my head.
I forget. Like is it mesquite barbecue?
I think it's mesquite. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds. It's either mesquite or like honey smoked. I can't remember which one it is.
I do actually. And on that note, what are the three best casseroles?
Oh, bro. First off, macaroni casserole. There's nothing more than I love the macaroni casserole.
Is that so? What is that? Explain your macaroni casserole.
Explain the macaroni casserole? Is that what you said? Like the texture or the ingredients or
No,
the
like
love?
Is it like baked macaroni and cheese? Is it like like macaroni salad?
It's
Like,
more
what is
like
it?
imagine macaroni that has bread on top, like a nice layer of bread. That's kind of what it is. It's hard to explain, really. I never really had to explain it, but it's good. Second's deviled eggs casserole.
Deviled egg casserole?
You know, honestly, I just wanted to say deviled egg, and I forgot we were talking about casseroles, and I just threw casserole on the end of that. I was thinking about Thursday, man.
You had me excited for a second. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. God, that's all that keeps the lights on here
You're gonna
anymore.
hate me.
Well, you're frozen right now, so I can't hate. I hate you because of your internet, not for your take yet. Connor, this is a terrible opinion. Just downright awful, disastrous, embarrassing, disgusting, despicable.
That's a terrible take.
Now, why will I hate you? Why am I gonna hate
why would you hate me?
Yeah, dear God.
I don't really have a another favorite casserole besides that. Casserole isn't something I like. Chicken casserole. I guess I could say chicken casserole. It's probably my two casseroles. I really wouldn't have a third one. Casserole is not one of those foods where I'm like, man, you know what I'd love to have today? A casserole.
I think that it's weird. I think casseroles are incredibly overrated.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I think that all it is a bunch of leftover food just baked together, and somebody who just wants to bring shit to the dinner, you know?
It's
like
poor people. I mean,
Sherry wants to show off to Julie at the potluck, so she's gonna make a green bean sweet pie casserole. But there's only two casseroles that I really like, and that's broccoli casserole, which, oh my god, I despise casserole, but broccoli casserole is my favorite food of all time.
I really did not expect you to put broccoli anywhere near your food. I never pegged you as a broccoli guy.
Dude, I fuck with broccoli hard.
Hey, okay, to be fair though, somebody that tells me they love flaming hot Cheetos is not somebody I'd be like, you know what? I bet they love eating broccoli.
Dude, broccoli and asparagus are two of my favorite foods.
Asparagus?
I love asparagus, bro.
Holy shit. You and my dad.
I love asparagus. I eat that shit straight out the can, bro.
The Popeyes? The Popeyes?
Yeah. No, that's spinach. That's spinach. Yeah.
My dad loves asparagus. That's something that he
Dude,
enjoys.
Asparagus is so
I could
fucking
eat
good,
it,
bro.
It's not something
grilled, baked,
grilled asparagus.
Straight out of a damn can.
Makes your pee-pee stank though.
It do. But my number 2 casserole is a sweet potato casserole.
That's a good. I might make that my number 3 if I had to go for 3.
Hash brown casserole, dude. I just can't get behind casseroles. I am such a picky eater. It's unreal. So like, if you start mixing a bunch of shit together, I'm probably not gonna like it. Is stuffing and dressing the same thing?
Yes.
So, to me, stuffing is like when people put shit in the turkey. Like when they put the bread crumbs in the turkey or whatever. But they're typically putting dressing in, which turns it to stuffing. So, before you put them in the pan, like when they're in the bowl, stuffing and dressing is the same.
Are you? This is a good question. We're getting ready to find out how we eat food, because I'm going to ask this. Are you a guy that eats one thing at a time, or do you eat it all? Like, do you take a bite? Like if you have hamburger, right? If you have a hamburger on your plate and fries, are you a guy that's going to take a bite out of the hamburger and a bite out of the fry, or a bite out of the fry and a bite out of the hamburger? Are you going to eat one thing first and eat the other?
I feel like if you're eating like a hamburger and fries, you do one at a time.
I do everything like that.
Well, so I kind of do. Most of the time, I make like a casserole on my plate, if you will. I usually just mix all my food together.
Whoa.
Like, okay, let's say I have roast, right? And vegetables. And then as sides, let's say there's mashed potatoes, green beans, macaroni and cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am 1,000,000% scooping in macaroni on my fork, grabbing mashed potatoes on the fork, grabbing a few green beans and a piece of meat, and like that's my bite. I always mix my macaroni and mashed potatoes together.
My sister does that shit. I can't. It's not a me thing.
Horseradish. Yeah, I am making my own casserole. Yeah.
Horseradish. That's a good point. I've never actively seen somebody be like, "Bro, try some of this horseradish."
Like, what would you like with your nuggets? Horseradish, please. We don't even believe this shit. Wait, what was this in reference to? Everything that I've said tonight, I firmly stand behind.
It's probably about casseroles.
I will die on that hill.
I mean, casseroles are good. It's just not something I crave.
I feel like mine and Dalton's Thanksgiving plates look very similar. Work around the plate. Yeah, casseroles are overrated. Look, I just am so picky. I cannot explain how picky of an eater I am. Like, I won't try new foods.
So do you like sushi?
I very plain sushi. I love a salmon roll, and I don't want anything. I want salmon wrapped in rice with seaweed.
That's fair. I feel like that's better than most people. Like, some people just say fuck sushi and never eat it.
Yeah, I don't like any of the cocktail sauces that they use, or like anything. I don't like the extra stuff. I'm a bland guy, really, when I eat. Now if I spice food, I do like, if I'm making it for other people, I'll spice it up really nice. But if I'm cooking for just myself, I usually just throw like a shit ton of cayenne pepper on everything, because I just like spicy food.
Yeah, I do like spicy shit. One of the things I always do, if I ever run into a pepper palace, I walk in and I'm like, give me the hottest thing you have. Every time. I don't know why. Especially if I'm with buddies. Like, if I'm with friends, it's always a test.
You got to show your alpha.
Yeah, you got. Yeah. Oh my God. Here we go. It's happening on this show too. Yeah, we always have to go in there and see who can like outlast each other.
I am confident that I could push a lot of people to their breaking limits with spicy.
With spicy food?
Mm-hmm. Out of context, that just made me sound like a psychotic serial killer.
See, I was trying to like put it in reference to the spicy food, but I was like, the only thing I could picture is you force feeding like ghost peppers to somebody. Can you handle 6 ghost peppers? No. I have tried a Carolina Reaper, and I've tried the ghost pepper.
One time when I was little, dude, I was kind of a bully. Only one time in my entire life. But it was family, so like, it's not bullying if you pick on your cousins, right?
No.
It's just
exactly,
growing up.
Yeah.
We grew these peppers that my great-grandmother, God rest her soul, gave us to grow. They were called Peter peppers, and they have their name for a reason, because when they grow, like, they look flaccid, you know?
Oh, Peter.
Yeah. So they're really hot too. So we grew some, and anytime I have friends come over, I always be like, "You want to try this pepper?" And like, sometimes friends would say yes, so like we'd rip off a little pepper and like set your ass on fire. Well, one time, one of my cousins was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So we all did it, and he was the last one to go, and he bitched out. And it pissed me off. So I was a lot bigger than he was. He was older than me, but he was like much more like slender frame. So he was easy for like chubby Cody to like get down. So pinned him down, and I rubbed the pepper all over his lips.
Oh my God.
Now listen, I got what I absolutely got a good punishment, and I deserved it. Absolutely deserved it. So he goes and like tails on me.
No shit.
Rightfully.
Can he talk? Can he speak?
Rightfully, I'm not mad. I'm not bitter. Right? So then mom's like, So mom did the same shit to me. She rubbed the pepper around my lips. Yeah. But here was the
Eye
difference.
for an eye, tooth for a tooth type shit.
Yeah. Here was the difference, though. She gave him a glass of milk, and I didn't get one. She made me wait like 15 minutes for milk.
That seems like that is definitely a Mama Cody thing to do.
Yeah, dude, taught my ass a lesson.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so sorry. Junior down here just said Carolina doesn't even affect me. I'm calling cap, homie. That's cap. I want you to take a video of you eating a whole Carolina, put it in LTC disc. Cool.
Hey, buddy, welcome back.
Hey, man. Dude, this is hell.
Yeah, so Junior, he's taking you up on the challenge.
He said, I want proof it's a Carolina Reaper. I'll eat my words, bro.
Adult needs his Thanksgiving food on his Zoo Pals plate. Oink, oink, Zoo Pals.
That's good.
Another punishment I had as a kid. I'm painting my mother in a horrible light, but in reality, I turned out pretty good. So I guess this was solid parenting.
I feel like these are fair punishments. Yeah.
Yeah. One time, we went to the store and she bought me a pack of mini pancakes, and it was a pack of 48, big ass bag, right? Plenty for like 10, 11-year-old me. My sister's like 4 or 5 at the time. So we get home and I'm like, shit, I want me some mini pancakes right now. So I put some on a plate, pop them bitches in the microwave, get them out, and then my sister asked for some. And I was like, bro, these are mine. I was like, no. And so I didn't share my food. Mom, Callista snitched. So Mom came in there and she was like, what happened? I was like, I just don't want to share my food. And Mom was like, well, nobody in this house is gonna like be selfish or stingy with food. We don't play that game. She's like, if you want them so bad, then you can have them. She made me eat all 48 of those in one sitting.
Holy shit.
Now that one didn't work though. I'm still just as selfish with my food. That's just one. I can't get over it. I'm like an aggressive dog when it comes to food.
Are you the type of sibling? And I really can't answer this because there's such an age gap between me and my sibling. But are you the type of sibling like once your sibling snitched on you, it became twice as bad? You're like, okay.
Here's the thing. So me and Callista were 5 years apart, and then me and Cole are 11 years apart. So like there was a really big like. I couldn't be the kind of like older brother that I was to him that I was to Callista. It was just impossible, right? Mm-hmm. So, me and Callista were the ones who were conniving with each other. Like I'd hit her and she'd start crying, and that's when I'd be like, "Shit, hit me," and then like, "Don't tell Mom." And then like the role was reversed too. Me and her, like, we were best friends growing up, but dude, cats and dogs. And it gave us the weirdest relationship today. Summer even pointed it out one time, how me and Callista operate. We could be like in each other's faces being like, you're a worthless like piece of trash, you're useless, like nobody loves you, I hope you die. 10 minutes later, we're like watching like TikToks side by side, like showing each other funny videos in like literally 10 minutes after the blow up. So like I do credit that to us being kids, because we used to be really conniving with each other in the sense that, yeah, you snitch, like I'm gonna like burn everything down around you.
I'll burn down the house we live in.
Right, yeah, and then I will pin it on you. So go ahead.
God.
What about for you?
Oh,
but we loved each other, or love each other. Like there's never any like love lost.
So there's a 10-year gap between me and my sis.
So you understand the thing I was talking about with Cole?
Yeah, that I understand. It's weird. It's weird when you have that big of an age gap. You don't really have that brother sister bond that most people
It
have.
happens.
It happens eventually, and it just
Yes.
now kind of started happening. Like the more older that she gets, it seems like we
Right, because you were already like up here.
Yeah.
And like you were never like close enough mentally to ever be on the same page. And me and Callista, we did have that from the time she was probably like 7. I mean, growing up, like she was always around, of course. But like when we were little, we were kind of like in the same realm of mentality. Like we could both play with toys together.
Yeah.
Right? Now she might be playing with little people and I was playing with Hot Wheels, but we could like converge those worlds. And eventually like I played with the little people too. Right?
Yeah.
So it was like stuff like that. But it was a lot more difficult for me so we'll say Cole ages to 3. So I'm 14. It was hard me being 14 trying to like play with a 3-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just as we aged, which I'm sure you can relate to that, like that gap stayed the same, right? So like there you are. So like it was never like, hey, let's go to a sports event or let's go watch a movie, just because the age gap was too big for that to be a thing. Are you there?
Yeah, you're sorry, man. I'm lagging bad. Like I'm getting your talk now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
I can. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right. I saw you moving your mouth. Like, I've seen you mouth words. Can you hear me? But like, you were talking about the before thing. You were like, can you relate to that? And I was like, oh shit, I'm behind.
Just the gap stays vastly different. Like
Yeah,
throughout every phase.
It does, and I mean, like, really, like, if you think about it, it's like a generational gap. Like, the things that me and you were into growing up is not going to be the things that, like, your brother or my sister are into.
Right, because it is totally different.
Totally
right?
different.
Like, me and Callista both watched Disney Channel, but she watched it in the mornings, and then as she got a little older, then we both could watch it in the evenings, like when she wanted to keep up with Hannah Montana or whatever. And then, like, for me and Cole, like, I'm watching, like, movies and, like, critiquing them in my head, and he's just now watching Teletubbies, right?
Yeah.
For example.
Well, like, it's also, too, like, me and you grew up when there was, like, there was a back part to a computer and a TV. You know, that's gone now. That's not a thing anymore. Like, just stuff like that. Like, we grew up in a totally different era.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know for me, I was privileged young as far as having internet. So, like, internet has always been in my life. I have never lived without internet my entire life. But in reality, though, like most people I know my age didn't have internet until they were like in their early teens, maybe.
Honestly, yeah. Like, we had dial-up. Like, I remember dial-up internet. Like, that was God, dude. And like you would be on the computer. I remember I used to go and play. What was it? Was it Candyland? Was that the game website?
Oh, dude, there were so many for like kids.
Yeah, it was like Wrigley's like sponsored it and everything. It was a wild thing. And I remember I'd be playing that, and like somebody would pick up the phone, and the internet would just shut down.
There it goes. Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like, Mom, get off the phone, dude! Like, I'm playing a game. Like, yeah.
I remember when we swapped from dial-up to broadband. And dude, it was incredible. Because I remember being like, wait, so you could talk on the phone now? Like, you could talk and be on the internet? Mind-blowing.
Yeah. And that's something that like kids that are younger than us, they're never going to know what that was like.
No. And I don't think... Here's where we get deep. Hold on, let's catch up on the comments. Where's Dalton? Dalton's in The Walking Dead. A 10-year gap with one brother, 16-year gap with another.
That's a restart.
25 and 8. So, what is your relationship like with him? I mean, as far as like, do you pick him up from daycare? Like, that's such a weird place for a sibling to be. You know what I mean? Because like at 25, like you're starting your own life, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of focused on like where you're trying to go. And it's hard to, I imagine it would be really hard to find time to like spend time with a sibling to build that kind of relationship if they're only 8 at that age.
Well, God, the thing I think about with my sister is like by the time I'm 70, she'll be 60, 80, 70.
And when you think about that, like, that's not a huge gap once you're like that old, right?
25 and 8.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one. But I mean, I also, this is nothing like romance related, but it's like once you're 18, everything just like closes off as far as like the gaps overall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you're 18 and your brother is 40, like you would not probably think about it in the same way. Right?
No, not at all. Yeah.
Your brother was 22 when the baby was born. Oh man.
No,
I bet you tore your town up with rumors. World of Cars Online. I played there were a few different like games I used to play. I loved the Disney Channel website for all the mini games. Cartoon Network was good too. There was this little Scooby-Doo game online where like you had to follow this guy in the Mystery Machine, and it was like you controlled the Mystery Machine with the arrows, but you couldn't like hit the curbs or anything. That was a fun game. And then Millsberry, General Mills cereal, they had a website where you like made this avatar and you could have like yard sales and stuff. I didn't play World of Warcraft until I was a little older. I played Minecraft early.
You were on that train early.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was playing Minecraft when it was like just in beta, like total beta.
Oh, I was never a Minecraft guy.
Really?
No. Some of my favorite online games of all time, I don't even know if they're still on the computer, but Divine Intervention is a zombie game. I remember playing that, and I remember playing Gunblood. I got in trouble a lot in school for playing Gunblood because they would take us to the computer lab to go on like cool maths or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for me to draw against other Western cowboys. And it was so violent. Like, you would shoot somebody in the head and their head would, like, completely come off. And I remember the teacher walked by and was like, what are you playing? And, like, as soon as you said it, like, I just shot a guy in the face. He's dead. I was like, oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a time right before we were totally desensitized to like the current issues.
Yeah.
So like you probably scared the absolute hell out of them.
She's like, this kid's a future case right here. And I'm just like, I'm just having fun, man.
Yeah, you're like, it's literally just a video game. I'm trying to think of like other fun games from like. Did you ever were you a big like gore kid?
Oh man, we are getting deep now. Yeah, I was. I'm not gonna lie and say that I wasn't. I remember.
You think that it bothered, like long term? Because I was a big gore kid, big time. But for me, like the way it wasn't like in a way in which I was like, I like this. It was like me humbling myself, like and this is probably why like my brain is as bad as it is today. You could die at any time in the worst possible way.
Yeah, just random.
And like those videos proved it. Wimp.com.
Yeah, best gore. If you were a boy growing up in our era, like, okay, for the females that watch our show, I want you to know that most likely every man that you've had contact with has watched something really fucked up at some point in their life. And I don't know what it is about men doing that, but it just happened.
The ooga booga in our brain, like it's still there.
like we're just like, holy shit! Did you see this video? Yeah. I remember the first time somebody like pulled something up like that, and I couldn't stop watching.
This is a crazy topic for a Thanksgiving
No.
special.
No.
Hey, this is our Thanksgiving table. This is the conversations that happens after like all the family members have left. Do you think that it's like bothered you long term?
No. I honestly think I have this weird theory. I've kind of always had this. I have this weird theory that like now that I've seen like what the world was capable of, that if and hopefully to God not, but like if a situation happened like that around me, I think it would help.
If you ended up on r/watch people die.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that I would be like a total hard ass and it wouldn't bother me a little bit, but I think it would soften the blow. I think it'd give like a metaphorical hard hat, if that makes sense.
So you think that it desensitized you to death?
Yeah, I really do. But like that.
So do you think that that's a positive?
I do. I honestly do.
Really? Because I want you to think. Here's where I'm going to play the devil's advocate, per usual.
Shit.
All the generations that came before us were not as like, at least diagnosed, which medicine has come a long way. But I don't think that the mental health crisis was as rampant back then as it is today. And I think that that could definitely be kind of like I believe that we are overstimulated constantly, right? Yeah. So like we're already being affected in ways that people haven't even begun to study, right? So that's like a crazy thought in itself. Like 100 years from now, if humanity makes it, they're going to be studying like what the psychological effect podcasters had on the early internetists or whatever they're gonna call us, right? So I do think that like the overstimulation, social medias, always being in front of a screen, like I think that already like causes a decline. But all of the negative shit that we see every single day right in front of us, that we are voluntarily like looking, right? You can't play victim. We all do it. Maybe early on we could have played victim, but now I think that like we know enough about like the way ads work and how like we're targeted and this and that. We make the conscious decision every day to stay on those social media apps. Like you love Elon, you hate Elon. Either way, like nobody's forcing you to have a Twitter, right? So I think that the overexposure long term has caused the current mental health crisis. And I think watching those gore videos, speaking from my example, my example personally, I think that they showed me like the reality of death and desensitized me, but like planted just this awful, like deep subconscious fear of it.
Okay, I could see where you're coming from. I feel like I have the complete opposite theory than you. Like I feel like that it like helped because man, like I remember, dude, man, this is gonna be fucking deep. I can't believe I'm gonna say this on a NASCAR podcast, but
it's Thanksgiving dinner.
It is Thanksgiving dinner. I didn't start crying normally until maybe like 2 years ago. There was a year ago, 2022. Yeah, a year ago.
Was that something like your whole childhood? Like, were you just not a
dude? Never. Like,
were you not emotional, like at all?
No.
Did you get happy?
Yeah, I was a happy guy most of the time.
Did you get mad?
Oh yeah, I could get pissed off.
Scared?
It depended on the situation, but yeah, I would say fearful.
You just didn't really get like sad enough to cry.
No, like I would never cry. Like from the time I was
were you still sad?
No, to be honest with you, I didn't really. This is something that me and you've talked about. I didn't really struggle with depression until recent, and I just now got out of that phase. It was like a probably a year-long depressed state, and I just recently come out of that. But yeah, I never really like, and I'm not saying that to be like macho or anything. You know, that's not my thing. But like, sometimes I thought there was like something wrong with me. I was like, am I another Dahmer? You know what I mean? Like that's something that I thought about, and Yeah, I would like never cry. You want to know the first? You want to know the first thing I cried about in so long, and it was so weird. I just started crying. I watched The Notebook.
Oh, dude.
Fucking tearjerker.
Amen, brother.
Because I'd always watched it, but I never really watched it from beginning to end. And that was like the first time I cried. And I remember when I was crying, I was like, "Holy shit!" So, but anyways, my point to that is, yeah, I feel like it made me tough, like mentally, because like I was kind of understood the world isn't all happy, and that was something that pissed me off even when I was like 12 years old. When somebody would tell me, like, try to make the world out to be this beautiful place, I'm like, okay, yeah, it is. There's parts of the world and parts of life that are beautiful, but if you don't like view the world as this gigantic meat grinder that's wanting to take you in, you're gonna fucking drown. Like that's the way I've always looked at it. And the biggest thing for me is the two most fucked up videos I've ever seen, I have not looked up. And that is dead serious. Do you want to know where they were?
Twitter.
I was randomly scrolling through Twitter.
Dude, Twitter, yeah. Twitter's got it all, bro.
Bro, it's like you know, if you go and look it up on Reddit, right? If you go and look it up on Reddit, right? Like that's one thing. Like,
you're putting forth the effort. You're like you're as mentally prepared as one can be.
You're ready.
Yeah.
But the first video I saw, I'm not going to say what it was, but it was the most traumatizing thing I've ever watched in my life.
What year period was it?
I was in college, so I would say 2018 probably. I would put it with that.
I have an unhealthy obsession with Bud Dwyer.
Okay.
I literally talked about him with Summer tonight.
Bud Dwyer. Fuck.
Yeah.
Do you think that like you get enjoyment out of watching shit like that, or do you think that it's more of?
I think there is something egotistical at play. I do.
Yeah.
I don't think that, like, when I watch it, I don't get any kind of like satisfaction by any means. But there's got to be something that's in there, right? That like, hey, I didn't die, right? Like that wasn't me.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the brain's way of being like, see, it ain't so bad. Like it could be worse.
I think mine is, it's like, oh my, like I said, I think my whole thing behind it's like, oh my God, like, I hope to God that never fucking happens to me. That's awful.
See, it's weird. I've always just had like that obsession with like improper, not even just regular death, like a misfortune, right? Like plane crashes, murder victims, people who were murdered, right? Like in those gore videos, anything along those lines. I feel like I've always kind of like been more interested in, because I feel like it serves a reminder, genuinely.
You want to hear something crazy? You're already going to know this, but I feel like the viewers will enjoy hearing this. I've been around death ever since I was a kid. My papa was a preacher, and most of the time, like, he would come pick me up after school, or maybe I'd ride around with him on a weekend. And if you know a preacher, most of the time, they're doing one of three things. They're thinking about the church, they are praying for someone, and they're visiting someone who's about to meet their demise. That's the three things they do. And I remember as like, I'm talking like 5 years old, I would go around with him, and he would take me to places where people were dying. And I was exposed to that at a young age. So I was always around death. Like that was a weird thing for me that like I really couldn't talk to other kids about, you know, like other kids couldn't comprehend that at the time. But I remember like I would just like ride around with him, and really like it kind of helped me. like I'm still like terrified of death. Like everybody's scared to die. I don't care who it is. Like you're scared to die in your final moments. Even if you talk big game, if someone's holding a gun at your temple, you're going to start begging for your life at some point. It's human nature. You have human nature to live, no matter what.
That's our like purpose, right? It's like survive.
Survive. Like that's built in our genes and our DNA. Like that's just our animalistic trait. Like, that's what that is. So I just remember, man, I would go to some of these houses and there would be these people, and like they were so sick that their jawlines would be, like their face was sunk in, and this is gonna sound like I'm from a fucking Stephen King book, but I can always tell when someone's getting ready to die. I know when someone's getting ready to die. And I've had my father's dad, my grandfather, passed away like a few years ago. And 30 minutes before he passed, I knew he was going to pass. Didn't tell anybody. Like, I knew it. I could just tell. The fingertips, man, like, there's just something about it. But yeah, like from a young age, that's all I was around was dying people. And I can't tell you.
You think it benefited you?
I do. I think it benefited me. Like, dude, some of the things that people would say right before they went. And to be honest with you, for a long time, like I struggled whether I believed in God or not, whether I believed in a higher power. That was something that I didn't know if I ever believed in it. But looking back on it, like there's got to be something on the other side. There has to be. Like some of the shit that people said that I've heard, like no matter what it is, maybe it's memories, maybe there is nothing. But
universe, I always believe, works in crazy ways. I actually watched a TikTok today that was talking about like this right here, like how people react like right before. So yeah, no, it's an insane thing.
It's scary.
Genuinely. Yeah.
Well, all of us are put here to die. And no matter what, you're not leaving this world alive.
Right. Yeah. That's like when I was younger, I used to always do the whole don't take life so seriously. You ain't gonna make your way out anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is the same Papaw, preacher Papaw, God rest his soul, but he always had a saying. He's like, you could walk out your front door and your life could change just like, and that is true. So enjoy your Thanksgiving, folks, is what we're trying to say.
So way lighter of a topic, but I did have like a realization earlier this week, and I was trendy and I posted it on Facebook. The part of growing up so far for me that like has been the weirdest thing is when you quit looking up to people and like you just kind of like you see your parents as like fellow adults in a sense. Not saying that like you don't see it as like a mom or a dad, but if you got arrested right now, who's helping you out? Like who's getting you out of jail?
Oh, dude, I'm rotting in jail.
Like your parents can't come and like talk you out of it. You didn't like jump the neighbor's fence. Like they have as much power in that situation as you do.
Yeah.
Right? So like it's the realization that like you can be in love. You can admire, people or look up to people, but it's not the same way that you look up to people when you're a kid, right? They are adults too, just like you. They pay taxes just like you. Yeah. That has been the weirdest realization for me in like the last few weeks.
Dude. Oh man. Honestly, like now that you've said that, yeah, it is weird. So like
think about your parents probably already had you when they were your age, right?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Close to it.
Like if I followed my mom's footsteps, I would have 2 kids right now. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
Dude, I was talking about that today. Like, I was like, I don't know if I could handle another human. I don't know if I should be responsible for another human being's life at this moment. Like, in my life.
Like, I think I would be a great dad, but that doesn't mean that I want to be a dad today.
Yeah,
I don't think that I could be the best dad that I could be right now.
Like, no matter what, I would buck up and take the responsibility.
Yeah.
I would be a changed man forever. And I feel like that's something that me and you won't understand until we have kids.
Right.
You know, we hear fathers say that. It's like, you know, I was living like a bat out of hell, and then the next thing, you know, here it is. And another thing, like, dude, like you said that, and I started thinking about this. I remember my dad's always been like a car geek, and my dad has like, he has a parking lot. Like, literally, he has a parking lot. Like, he's always buying and trading cars. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, man, when I get older, I want to be just like that. And like, it hit me the other day, dude. I have like 4 vehicles that I'm driving. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm like a grown man now, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's that stuff. Like, you pay, like, I know we both got to have the same living condition. But I mean, other than just like your non-existent mortgage, like, you pay your bills, you fill your car up with gas, and like you go to work.
Yeah.
Like, your parents don't feed you anymore. Like, it's a weird realization once it's like, I'm out here on my own. Like,
well, like that last purchase I made that I haven't talked about. Like, Dad said right before, he was like, this is what you work for. Why are you asking me about it?
Right, yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
Like,
okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're not even gonna give me dad advice? Like, am I dad alone?
Dude,
now I'm just your pal.
Yeah.
But it's a cool transition. Go ahead.
No, sorry, man. I was interrupting you. You go ahead.
First off, that's a very based comment there, Brayton. Got tired of my role models being bad, so I became my own role model. Sheesh. I think the transition to when you become friends with your parents is pretty cool, which I always had like a friend type relationship with my mom for the most part anyway. But like, the more that I've matured, like, it's been cool to like develop a friendship. You know what I mean? I know not everybody like has that, I guess. But like, it's cool when you like become friends with your parents.
It is. And like, it's strange. I've watched both of my parents lose a parent, and the way it affected them, like, when that sense of security, like, no matter what, it's your parent, you know, like, they were like, even if you're 30 years old, you know the fact that your mom at 3 a.m. and say, hey.
Oh, you're lagging out.
I'm back. You know for a fact at 3 a.m. you could call your mom and say, hey, I have a flat tire and don't have a spare. Can you come pick me up? And she'd be right there.
Oh, and yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I watched my mom and my dad lose a father. And that sense of security was just like gone. Like, that, you know, that bond that they had, that friendship that they had with their parent was just gone. And dude, like, my dad said before my mom lost her dad, my dad looked at my mom and he said, I pray to God you don't have to go through it. He said, because it sucks. Because you don't have them anymore. That's just it.
And that kind of like circles back around this entire conversation.
Yeah, it does.
The idea of dying is fucking terrifying.
It's awful. Dude, it's awful.
Every aspect about it. I hate it.
The comment about role models too. I've had many role models in my life, and all of them have succumbed earlier than they should have lived.
Like celebrities?
No.
Really?
No. I've never had a celebrity role model besides Arnold Schwarzenegger, because Arnold Schwarzenegger is my hero.
Shout out Terminator. Horrible night terrors that you have every night.
Everybody that follows LTC, tweet at Arnold. Get him on the show.
That would be, yeah, I would love to have the Governor.
Dude, just an amazing human being, man. Like, God. But
oh, I missed this one. Went to a medium, and she knew a lot of. Dude, that's something that interests me a lot too. Mediums.
Is that like
the people who like that supposedly talk to the dead? Love you too, honey.
Yeah, all right. I'm not going to hate on it. Like,
I don't know. I think it's. I can't prove nor deny it, so therefore I cannot. That's why, dude. I will argue with an atheist person until I'm blue in the face that if they are like a strict atheist, then they do not truly believe in science.
Oh no. I'm a big science guy myself.
Me too. I love science, but you cannot prove nor deny religion, so therefore you cannot like be a positive atheist.
Isn't it crazy
even if
that people?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, isn't it crazy though that people will like fight to the death over theories?
Yes, very.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Oh, there was a question here.
JKL, do you like macaroni salad? Yeah. I like macaroni salad. It's not one of the things that I grab during Thanksgiving though. But like if I walk upon it and it's one of the things that looks good, I'll scoop it out and put it on the plate. So I would say yes. Depends on who makes
salad. Big Mac salad.
Big Mac salad.
I'm out on macaroni salad.
You don't like Mac salad?
Nope. My problem with it is that it's just like it's noodles, celery, peppers, carrots, and then just mayonnaise. Like I'm out on that.
Yeah. Isn't it weird how mayonnaise can make something sound disgusting?
Dude, I can't do mac. I can't even look at it. It looks like a throw up. Have a good night, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving and safe travels this week, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, moving on from the death topic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We spent some time on that one.
Got heavy, yeah. Top 3 Thanksgiving foods.
Deviled eggs, number 1. Absolutely.
Solid.
Deviled
how
eggs.
How many deviled eggs do you get on your first go around? Oh, you're that guy?
100%, dude. Okay, so here's the thing. No one in my family likes deviled eggs. So
okay.
every
There's
year,
a war in my house.
There's a war for them for you.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
my mom has to make so many.
Your mom's deviled eggs are fire, dude. So the only deviled eggs that get made are for me. No one else will eat them. And there's 50 of them every year. And I will eat up to 31.
Just on Thanksgiving?
Just on Thanksgiving.
How does your belly not hurt?
It fucking kills me.
I bet.
I never learned my lesson.
Dude, I bet you are so gassy too.
Oh,
like
dude.
Miserable to be around.
It is awful. Like I have to go outside. You know that part in Christmas Vacation where he's like, "Don't light that! Don't light that! There's a sewer." Like, yeah, like my papa's property borders the landfill, so I'm like always afraid that there's going to be some some methane popping up, and let one rip and just take out half of Tennessee. Because the government is dumping nuclear waste in our landfill because they don't care about Appalachian culture.
What? Yeah. You mean
Yeah.
that's real?
Yeah, that's totally real. Appalachian culture has been shit on. They're shitting on us now.
Always have and always will be.
Terrible.
Unless we make the changes necessary that are best for the Appalachian people.
Yes. Stop shitting on Appalachian culture, please.
Tyler Childers' album is incredible.
Oh, dude, it's beautiful. Oh man, can I take my hounds to heaven? Can I hunt on God's ground?
Man. Oh. What, have you listened to all 3 versions yet?
I have, yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
Hallelujah.
Same, but the joyful noise where it's just like vibey and like it's all instrumental.
Favorite track? What's your favorite track from it?
Angel Band, I think.
Angel Band?
Yeah.
That one's a good one.
Did you know that's old?
No. Is that like an old gospel song?
No, it's an old Tyler song. You know the change in Purgatory, how Purgatory is different this time?
Yeah, okay.
It's the same exact thing. Yeah, but Angel Band is not on the older albums.
What?
Like I was watching like a concert he did in like 2016, and like I walked in and I was like, wait a minute, and it was Angel Band, but like in a faster like Appalachian kind of way.
What is the God? Hang on a minute. The Heart You've Been Tending is my favorite.
Dude, every song on that album just
so good.
Yeah. Honey baked ham, dressing, and deviled eggs. My number so we're going 1 to 3, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you listed your 1. Ease mode, dude. It's baked beans.
Baked beans,
bro. Yeah,
that's
my
yours.
mom's baked beans. Yeah. Yeah, we'll snake draft it. So I'll go second, and then you go second.
All right.
Number 2, probably deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Yeah.
It's so delicious.
They're magical, bro.
Yeah. Number 2, I would say that macaroni casserole. It's my favorite thing. Harv, I'm gonna give you a big hug if I ever see you on Thanksgiving. Best hug.
You're just radiating eggs. It's like sulfur.
Maybe that's my superpower. Like if we lived in like The Boys universe, my superpower is just like I can eat deviled eggs and make methane farts. Flame ass. That's what they would call it.
Yeah, you just carry around a cooler of deviled eggs everywhere you go.
What are those deviled eggs for? To fight crime. What is that? What are those things? You've seen Tremors, right? Like the first Tremors? Yeah. The second Tremors. What do they call them? Ass blasters? Is that what it was?
I didn't see the second one. The first one was enough for me.
The second one has
one of those like... Have you seen Birdemic?
No, dude. Okay.
I need to. I want to.
Have I ever told you how much I hate birds? I think they're the most useless fucking animal. I hate birds so much.
Methane man.
Methane man.
I'm not a bird guy either.
Yeah.
Nothing against people who own birds, but dude, I just don't know how you can enjoy life if you own a bird.
I won't be nice about it. I don't like you if you own a bird. I just my sister owns
bird
a bird.
Guy.
No, there's a bird right in there. My sister.
And it keeps you up all the time, I bet, right?
Yeah.
Throw shit on the floor.
Dude. Terrible.
And like, what do? Walk them? You're gonna tie a piece of yarn around its leg and like take it outside and like throw off its...
What pisses me off is the son bitch only knows one damn word, and it's huh.
What kind of bird is it?
I don't know. It's a parrot. That's all I know.
Does it look like the Margaritaville bird?
No, it's like the color of a, you know, that sand color on like a Toyota Tundra.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
It's a camo bird.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Yeah, you walk in, the first thing it says, it just goes, huh? And I'm like, oh my God, like what? And I've sit there and like tried to get it to say other things. Like I've just said words over and over and over. I try to get it to cuss.
Do you just like sat in front of the cage and you're like, shit,
Yes.
shit.
Yes. I sit there for, I know, an hour one day and it never picked up on it.
It just doesn't pick up. Huh?
No.
Huh?
So my mom and dad had a bird when I was a kid. This is where my hatred for birds comes from. His name was Scooter. I do know what kind of bird he was. He was a half-moon conure. Very smart bird. Dad would get up in the morning. He would be like, good morning, Kelly. Mom would get up in the morning. Good morning, Winwy. And when I would walk in the room, he would just go, ah! Hated me. So they bought him before I was born. And when I took all the attention away from him, he fucking could not stand me. So
It's like sounds in your little head.
Dude, yeah. If I come anywhere near him, he would try to bite. Like, he would run after me. A bird would run after me. He didn't fly after me. He would run after me because he knew it terrified me. Because it's so small. Like, it can make so much ground up.
I've always been more afraid of anything that flies. I'm uncomfortable around flies. I hate how they can like go from point A to point B so fast, and I don't know how they're going to get there. Something with legs, like you at least see like its trajectory, right? Like, you know, it's going to come like this way through here to get to me. Something that flies, bro, can end up behind you before you even realize it's good.
Well, she put him on my shoulder one time. Like, Mom taught me. I was maybe 6 or 7. Mom taught me into putting that bird on my shoulder. I was like, I don't want to do it. That bird hates me. And she's like, no, he doesn't. Like, you just can't be afraid of him. She puts him on like right here, right? Like on the far end of my shoulder. And he sits there for 2 seconds and he walks over slowly and bites my fucking ear as hard as he could. So I hope to God she don't listen to this, but this is true. If we're going to be talking about deep convos and like how we actually felt, this is a real one. I know she loved that bird, but I remember we moved to the other house and I went in the kitchen one day and she was holding him. He died. And she was sad about it. But in the back of my mind was like, fuck that God.
Good riddance.
Yeah. I hope she never listens to this because she'd probably never forgive me. But fuck Scooter. that's how I feel about that.
God. So what's your second favorite Thanksgiving food?
Macaroni casserole. I think, I don't remember if I said that or not. Macaroni casserole.
Okay. Respect. And what would be your third?
Oh, snake draft. Third, I'm going to say honey ham. It's the one I go after. Marinated in Coke. Has to be marinated in Coke.
Yeah.
That's like our thing, but yeah.
So for me, this one's tough because there's two items that like are a must-have on my plate, and that is potato salad and ham. So our ham is pineapple basted. It will bathed in pineapple. It's baked in pineapple juice, baked with pineapples on top, but it's coated in mustard and brown sugar as well. That ham is incredible. So I think I'm also going to go with ham for my third. Ham's good.
Ham's great.
Now, somebody else wanted to share their Thanksgiving opinions. So before
do you think that maybe like
did he freeze?
No, I actually didn't. I wanted to
that was impressive.
That was pretty good, I'll have to say.
But anyway, what were you gonna say?
There was just that.
What is up, Parv Gang? It's me. It's your boy, the lead of the hashtag Parv Gang, Matthew Parvin here. And yes, it's the Thanksgiving special of the Left Turn Cult. And I'm here to present my top 3 favorite Thanksgiving foods. And I'm not going to do the thing I did last week where I made joke predictions.
Slowly turning into Bob Pockris.
It's not what I'm doing this week. And it's been a repetition. So let me go ahead and get straight into my top 3. So number 1, it's the most obvious. It's the most obvious one. It's turkey, and specifically the turkey leg. Man, let me tell you, anytime I go to my papa's house, my aunt makes the turkey, and there's always 2 turkey legs. Usually, me and my brother fight over who gets the biggest one. I think it's my turn to get it this year, cause man, that turkey leg is so amazing. And I'm gonna say this right now. To any of you out there who eat ham instead of turkey on Thanksgiving, I have a little present for you. Turkey is for Thanksgiving. Ham is for Christmas. Do not, if you are someone who brings ham to the table on Thanksgiving instead of turkey, and you need ham on Thanksgiving instead of turkey, I don't know what's wrong with you. You don't know what Thanksgiving is supposed to be when it comes to the food. Turkey over ham on Thanksgiving. You can have your ham on Thanksgiving, especially if it's, country ham, that salty ham, that's the good ham. All right, sorry, got off a tangent. Turkey/turkey legs, number one. Number two, it's going to be kind of an odd one. Baked beans. I know you're thinking, that's not really a Thanksgiving. It is a my house.
Let's go.
Baked beans is an essential part to the Thanksgiving tradition. Because you know why? It tastes good. You get your baked beans, you add some molasses, you add some other cool things in there, and then you fry up some bacon, put the bacon in there. You get some nice, tasty baked beans like you've never had in your life. It's so good. And yes, baked beans is a part of Thanksgiving, and I know it. Because you know why? Because Parking said so. So number one is turkey. Number two is baked beans. Number three, it's kind of a toss-up. I could have said corn. I could have said some other vegetable, but I'm going to go with the dinner rolls. Let me tell you, man, the dinner rolls are such a good part because let me tell you, you get your turkey and you put it inside of a roll. You get your little sandwich. And let me tell you, those are great with leftovers too. It's great because after you eat all your Thanksgiving and you're like, I am full. I have gained like 12 pounds through eating all this stuff, but I want something else. There's usually leftovers, and you know what you can eat? You have a roll and a turkey, put it in together, make a sandwich. Yes, I said it. You got turkey or turkey leg is number one. You got baked beans, and you got dinner rolls. And that is a quintessential part to the Thanksgiving tradition. It's so good. Y'all missing out if you don't have baked beans, and y'all stupid if you have ham instead of turkey. Now, it's not going without me giving out a controversial opinion, because last week I had my opinion on No Way Home. The week before I said Will Ferrell's a terrible actor, and I still stand by both those decisions. And here comes again. All right, everyone. I want y'all to go ahead and get your BFT in the chat ready. I want you to go ahead and get your, my God, Parv, why are you monologuing this shit? Hurry it the fuck up. I want to go home and do other things. Get that ready. Come on, let's go. Building it up. Mac and cheese is overrated as fuck.
That's such a dumb fucking opinion.
Mac and
terrible.
Cheese is overrated. Is so overrated. Not in a general sense too. Like, I hate mac and cheese. You're going to find out if we do more food stuff these past weeks that I'm a picky eater, and I hate to admit that I am, but like noodles in general is just weird, and especially the mac and cheese. I cannot stand it. Baked mac and cheese, regular mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese. It's just not good. And bringing that to the table on Thanksgiving
almost eat macaroni
Day,
and cheese once
I'm looking at that. I'm like, why? Why is this here in my presence right now? When there is turkey and baked beans and corn and dinner rolls and other wonderful things on Thanksgiving. Mac and cheese is overrated. I said it, and I'm going to stand by that. And all you people are going to be like, Parv, how could you hate mac and cheese? Because I can. And I will. Haha. There you go. Anyways, that's it for me. Y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving. Hope you all get to spend it with friends, family, or whoever you do it. And yes, enjoy the holiday season.
Broadway. They're doing Broadway.
That is the goated comment of the year. That's my favorite. That is my favorite comment of the year. That's it right there. Follows it up with a 10 out of 10, man. Love it. Everybody that's watching this show, if you go to our t-shirt website, we have a shirt that says "Fuck Parv," and you guys should wear that on Thanksgiving for his terrible mac and cheese opinion. Also, I wanted to roast Parv so bad right there, but then I decided not to. So I'll roast him in the group chat right now, and based on your laugh, you can tell me if it's good or not.
I'll be waiting.
Drum roll, please. Keep it going. It's almost there.
It's starting to hurt a little bit.
You can stop.
Since we're throwing out an overrated Thanksgiving item, I swear to God that this is in no way like targeted or intentional. This was my plan all along to say for this. Turkey is actually overrated.
Honestly, we're going to agree.
Like, turkey is best when it's in broccoli casserole, which is literally my favorite reason that we have turkey, because I know, like, Sunday night, I'm going to eat broccoli casserole.
I'm not a big fan of turkey myself, honestly.
Please. Part of his building notoriety is just the scratching post. No matter whatever happens, we can always use Parv as the scapegoat.
Parv, answer my text.
If you're gonna call me stupid, why would I make a nice shirt about you?
Yeah, fuck you. You know what? We're gonna make a fuck Parv 2 shirt. We're gonna make it the Back to the Future font. Back to the fuck Parv Part 2.
The Supreme Court's hearing a case this week or next week, apparently, that's actually gonna decide a lot of parity in the future. There's a Jack Daniels suit that's being heard by the Supreme Court, and it's because a dog toy company made a chew toy that looks like a bottle of Jack, and like they use like the Jack Daniels font on the bottle, and it's a black label, but nothing says like Jack Daniels on it. But they're actually suing them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It is very big. It's big for parity. Parity is heavily protected under the Constitution. So this ruling actually is going to be pretty important.
Yeah. That's kind of bullshit in my opinion. Junior said I'd wear it.
So your turkey overrated too?
Yeah, I'm not a big turkey. I've only tasted one like prepared turkey that I like. My uncle cooked. He makes a good turkey. It's not traditional in any way. It's smoked and it's a weird thing, but
I like turkey. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Sometimes turkey can be dry. Like, and that just sucks.
I had turkey today. It was actually kind of good. Yeah, it was actually kind of good. I'll have to give it there. But when you make a sandwich, is like turkey your go-to meat you put between the two pieces of bread?
I do like deli sliced turkey.
Do you like deli sliced turkey? See, I don't. I don't.
I do a lot.
I'm a bologna.
Specifically the kind from Food City.
That's fair. Food City.
It's got the orange seasoning on it.
Dude, I know which one you're talking about. The because I used to work there in that department. It's like the kind of Cajun type, right? Yeah,
that's good turkey, I will say.
I'm a bologna guy. I like bologna.
I loved bologna as a kid. Now, like, the idea of bologna repulses me.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. There was at one point, either right before we started this podcast or close to it, but I was so poor. I ate bologna and cheese for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for like months.
Do you ever go back and eat that meal and it'd be like comforting?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's like a comfort food.
That's why I love macaroni and cheese. Back when we were poor, like I ate a lot of macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, like there's certain things that you grow up like.
Poor, bro. I'm poor as shit, but
Yeah.
I don't just eat macaroni anymore.
Like potted meat, like that's something that
potted meat, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It depends on
I call them Vienna weenies.
I call them Vienna sausages. Vienna.
So I usually say Beanie weenies because you also have beanie weenies. I just always call them beanie weenies.
Beanie weenies is a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I love beanie weenies too, dude. I can tear up some beanie weenies. Talk about shit that I just love to eat. That's why I eat ravioli straight out the can, is because that's how I always ate my beanie weenies as a kid.
I like the barbecue flavored ones.
Really? See, I'm not big on the barbecue.
You like barbecue?
I love barbecue, but I don't like the barbecue weenies. Yeah. Now, I love the little smokies if you put those at barbecue and like crock pot them.
Barb just answered the text, man.
Did he?
Yeah. And Cooper immediately slit his throat.
I guess real quick, we are a NASCAR podcast after all. Have you seen the first implementation of NASCAR's typical way they do things before they make a decision? It's rumored and surfacing around Twitter that we're going to lose stage breaks at road courses.
Road courses, yeah. I saw that. NASCAR has this. I mean, I'm not even really shit talking. I'm just honestly just speaking facts. NASCAR has this thing where they implement ideas within the media and let the media produce news about it. And that's eventually what they do. They kind of give you a hint of what's coming. And there's not usually like a part where they're not going to do it. Like they let it out, they're usually going to try it. But I'm actually okay with losing stage breaks at a road course.
Won't that just make every road course win a Mickey win, though, based by everybody's standards? It ain't like the rest of the year. It shouldn't count.
Yeah, it will. But I was hoping that they would do anything to stop those pit strategies that we talked about. Now, I think the smart decision was to close pit road with like 5 laps to go. But what do I know? But they just they was like, you know what? Just scrap the whole deal. Let's get rid of it all.
And another thing that leaked, which I find the most interesting, is the potential for a 42 race season.
Yeah, bro, like I feel for the drivers and crews and everybody involved.
Brutal, right?
That's a brutal year. I don't think we need that many races. That's insanity.
If we do that, we're gonna have to do like midweek races.
Yeah, like literally, like Tuesdays, and
I mean that would give NASCAR 10 weeks off per year.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I think 36 is already too much.
I think 36 is too much myself. Yeah. I think they're pushing it. I think if they do 42, there's going to be some drivers leave. Some older ones. Like the ones they're not going to want to do that.
How many race weekends is it we have? Technically, what is it? 38?
Yes, with the All-Star race and the Clash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, we're already racing a lot.
Yeah,
the only way that I think that this happens is if they do, like, midweek races, maybe at, like, smaller tracks that are, like, local to the area they're at. Like, when they go to Indy, race at IRP. If they go to Nashville, race at the fairgrounds that week. If they go to Charlotte, maybe run the dirt race there.
Well, that's something else I wanted to talk about. Rockingham, they start taking up the pavement for it.
I think Rockingham is just going for a PR play here.
100%. They're trying to get everything off of this North Wilkesboro hype. Because if one track from North Carolina gets a lot of success, and it already has, it's sold out. Like, I mean, it's successful. They're going to try to jump on it too, and they should. It's the right move. But yeah. I'm worried that what if Wilkesboro sucks? Like get rid of everything else. What if Wilkesboro actually sucks?
I think Wilkesboro will be great for 2 years. And then that asphalt's probably going to be too aged or concrete. I don't know what the surface is there, but these cars will run them down as much as they're about to be running at North Wilkesboro after all the money they're putting into it. They're going to have to repave it, which is going to ruin it. And then also, regardless of what the racing is like, everybody is going to walk away from this All-Star race happy. It doesn't matter what kind of racing we get.
They have to fix the short track package in the off season for it to even be good.
And I mean, supposedly that's coming.
Supposedly, but like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if they will have it like up to par.
I think Wilkesboro is going to just be like a Richmond kind of race.
Yeah, or like a Martinsville, like first Martinsville 1. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 42 is too long. I hate the idea of the Chicago street course.
See, I love it.
I'd see. We've already covered that, but I hate that. There's a track there. That's what pisses me off.
There's not though. Like it's gone. I mean, it's there, but it's gone.
Yeah. Well, Kentucky is just a Ford lot now. It's not even. There's parking trucks there.
I think it's funny that they leave like these good 1.5s because of how poor the car had been performing on 1.5s, and then this season is the best season in decades with 1.5s.
Yeah, like this is like one of the best 1.5 seasons that we've had in forever. Since COT, I would say.
Early COT.
Or 2013 Gen 6.
Yeah.
2013, 2014.
I mean, it's probably not going to be the most exciting race, but here's the thing about street courses, and like I'll pound this into everybody's head the week of when we get there. Qualifying matters. This puts a big emphasis on qualifying. If you qualify outside of the top 10, unless you find like a crazy pit strategy, you're not going to be able to get up to the front. That's just a part of it. Qualifying. NASCAR has a culture where qualifying doesn't matter a lot, right? I mean, ultimately. But in other motorsports, qualifying matters a whole lot. And specifically street courses, qualifying matters because there's just not enough room to really do much. So you have to put your entire everything into qualifying.
Like, I think it will be successful. I don't think it'll be I don't think it's going to suck at all. I don't like it, but I know it'll be successful. I mean, look at Nashville with it.
Say that again?
Look at Nashville with IndyCar.
Yeah.
Success.
Yeah.
Complete success.
Yeah, new market. This right here, everyone is going to want a street race in every city now. Exactly. And that's the point, right? NASCAR would love, and apparently it's already happened. Other cities have reached out to NASCAR wanting to do this in their city. I think Charlotte is an eventual no-brainer. I think Nashville's an eventual no-brainer. Las Vegas is probably one. Los Angeles is probably a no-brainer. New York City would be sick.
New York City would be dope. That would be a good one.
Yeah, and it brings a sport that a lot of people don't like understand enough to ever get into. And the moment you see one of those cars in person, you're immediately like, wow, this is cool.
The problem is with rotating a track, and God, I hate to say it, but I feel like NASCAR, it's like a Busch Clash scenario. You know, it's like once in a lifetime thing, Busch Clash at the LA Coliseum. And then LA was like, you know what? We'll sink more money into this. And they're like, you know what? Next year we're coming back to the LA Coliseum. So I feel like Chicago will do exactly that.
So you think it'll become a permanent?
Yeah, Chicago will throw. If it's a success, Chicago will throw money into it and say, "Keep coming back here."
Maybe. I mean, if it's a good race and it's a success, I don't necessarily hate that. But I think I would rather this be like a traveling thing.
Oh, same. But I think as soon as like a city, it's like Phoenix. Phoenix grasped the hold of the championship race, and no, it's not. I don't think Phoenix is anywhere near the racing that Homestead was. Maybe it's because I grew up with Homestead. There's a lot of people that say Homestead is nowhere near the racing the original Atlanta was. I think they're idiots, but but Phoenix is throwing in the money, so they're going to keep going back there as long as Phoenix keeps throwing in the money.
Interesting thing that I heard on DBC as I was driving to school today. I was finishing up on last week's episode. I think it was Freddie. They were talking about Jamie Mack is on that episode. And they're talking about where like the championship race should be, like how it should be formatted, the whole maybe do a final round instead of a championship race, have a championship round where it's just those 4 guys in the 3 races. But they said something along the lines of the way things are sounding, it's going to be ending on a short track very soon.
Huh.
And then that makes you like immediately start thinking, what short tracks? Fontana? Like, is Fontana going to be the season finale? Because they're shrinking her, remember? They're putting her down to a quarter mile.
That would make a lot of sense.
Martinsville?
Couldn't be Bristol. It couldn't be Martinsville. I don't think it could be. Too fucking cold.
Martinsville's only 1 week off from the championship race right now, though.
Shit, you are right. How cold was it during Martinsville weekend up there? I wonder.
I mean, it was nipply. It wasn't as cold as it was in the spring. I promise you that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was a little chilly.
Do you think it'll be LA? That would be fucking insane.
That would be so stupid.
Yeah, that would be
so dumb.
Ross would put together 8 championships.
Dude, he would just like hold his foot down and just ride the outer wall.
Dude, I'm so pissed off about the nicknames for the Ross Chastain move in Martinsville. They botched it. They didn't even make it cool. Wall and the Hell Melon.
Dude, Hell Melon to me is incredible.
The Waller Melon.
Waller Melon?
The Waller Melon.
I like that too, but you know what? That one's good, but the Hell Melon, that speaks to the inner football fan in me.
I mean, fair enough. Imagine a t-shirt with a watermelon just grasping the wall and just like watermelon juice all over the wall, and it's passing a FedEx watermelon.
An envelope.
Yeah. Dude, Joe Gibbs posted a thing the other day and was like, Denny Hamlin had this many schemes this year. And I was like, no, he fucking didn't. And I didn't even realize the whole season that they just like put like FedEx Express, FedEx Freight. I was like,
yeah, like the way they used to with his old cars.
Yeah, I miss the old days where they like changed the color. Like
red, green, orange, purple, blue.
Those were good looking cars.
Yeah.
But now they're just like, they want me to read. That's too much work.
You got him riled up now.
I'm already having to get my eyes adjusted to the numbers.
Yeah, you're still.
Yeah, it passes by too fast.
Yeah. The city of Chicago is paying a shit ton of money for NASCAR to race there. The taxpayers of Chicago. And then NASCAR's throwing in money too, of course. But states, they make a lot of money from like tax breaks and write-offs for bringing these big sporting events into their cities and their states. Like Georgia, dude, the film industry is booming in Y'allywood. Here's a fun tidbit, and then it's probably about time to wrap up this show because now I'm on a crazy tangent. Georgia made like $316 million because of the Black Panther 2. They created 1,800 jobs in Georgia just for that one movie alone. So like you bring entertainment in, and the federal government and state governments are going to pay you for that big time. So, I mean, it's not NASCAR pays, I forget how much it's Ben Kennedy said it was. But he said that the Clash is a losing endeavor for them. He said, we make no money, but we feel like the market gain is worth it tenfold. Which is insane when you think about that. Like, that is investing into, like, an invisible safe, right?
And praying to God that it works.
Yeah. But apparently it worked because they're going back, right?
Yeah.
So that marketing money is worth so much. It's just, you don't even realize.
Well, I feel like we also, before we do wrap this up, we do got to talk about Dale Jr. Racing, right?
Wait, say that again?
I said before we do wrap this up, we got to talk about Dale Jr. Racing.
Oh, yeah, and getting screwed over?
Yeah.
Twice.
Dale Jr. turned into just Dale Sr.
He spun old boy around.
2 people.
Yeah.
What a beautiful car, though.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. I love the shirt. Did you see the shirt that was released with it?
Yeah. It was a nice shirt. He's got some good merch, man. Like everything at Dirty Mo and like Junior's merch booth is putting out has been fire here recently.
Junior is just a absolute perfect advocate for NASCAR.
Marketing, yes.
I can't speak highly enough of Junior and ever like fully elaborate on how much I actually love Dale Jr.
Fair enough. I feel the same way about Mark Martin.
Yeah. I feel the same way about Carl Edwards too.
We both feel the same way about Carl Edwards.
Dude, everything always comes back.
Shout out Carl Edwards, one good time.
One good time. 2 days ago was November 20th.
He should buy into RFK. If Carl Edwards bought into RFK, would you return as a Roush boy?
Does he pull a Jimmy and run periodically? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Carl, if you're listening to this, take some of those millions and buy into RFK.
Please.
Make it
Please.
Make it RFKE.
What could you spell?
Roush, Fenway, Keselowski, Edwards Racing.
No, what word could you build off of R, F, E, and K? Cref?
Refet?
Cref Racing?
Fert?
Ferk?
Ferk?
Yeah, Ferk Racing.
Ferk Racing?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of a fan of sporks myself. They're good for spooning and forking.
Pass me the Ferk.
Ferk.
Speaking of passing the fork, we're going to be passing the fork around on Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. This has been the LTC Thanksgiving special edition. Got derailed. Talked about life, death, and turkey.
This is the deepest episode of LTC there's ever been.
I'm sweating.
It's a lot.
All right, so it's been LTC from East Tennessee. Do wish everybody a wonderful Thanksgiving. Safe travels if you're traveling. Eat turkey if you love turkey. Eat ham if you love ham. And probably don't talk politics.
Yeah, stick away from that one. Or start it to cause a fight if you're bored. If you're at your in-laws' house, free game.
All in on politics?
Yeah, 100%. Just start the conversation. Don't add in anymore. Just be like, man, I think so-and-so's doing a great job. Someone 90% of that table hates.
1 year for Thanksgiving, I wore my Feeling the Burn shirt. I came in guns a-blazing.
Who invited this fucking socialist? Yep.
I gotta postpone the rowdy. Okay, so this is what the secret was. He outed the secret. Not for me, Dalton. It was Dalton's secret. Oh, so you're doing a Rowdy Reactions car? That's sick.
That's cool as fuck.
Revamp it for another. You know what? Honestly, that league didn't deserve to have Rowdy Reactions in it. I'll say it. All right. It's been Cody, your host with the most, aka ham over turkey every day, aka I like baked beans and deviled eggs.
It's as always, it's been JKL, aka Copperhead, aka Methane Man.
Dude, that sucks. I'm devastated now.
That sucks, man.
Pain.
You should sue him. Lawyer up and go after him.
I'll support the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Now, keep me in the loop now that I know the secret, though, because I'm interested. Very interested. Also, I am going to be starting a Florence Pugh Stan podcast where I just discuss whatever she's up to for the week. I decided that today.
She put out a shit movie here.
You could be my first guest. The only thing is, though, you just can't say anything bad about her.
Nothing. It's nothing about her. It's just she was a part of a terrible production.
But she was in it, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, she was in it. Yeah, she's a great actor. I can't shit on Florence Pugh like.
Dude, I'm genuinely in love with her.
I mean,
there's nothing else to say.
I'm in love with
the Coco.
Myself, I guess. I couldn't even think of her name. Shit.
Yeah, we'll do the music episode next week when everybody's going to be on. That was the initial plan, but nobody was here. I will say, though, #1 album of all time, and there's no debate about it, Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
I will come guns blazing with what I think is the best album.
Dude,
no one's going to know anything I'm fucking talking about when I start talking about music.
It's like Ghost, they have a pretty good album out. Dude, I love Ghost. I don't care what anybody says.
I might have to make mine a little generic, just so people aren't like, you artsy fuck.
No, you've got to be sincere. The same with the movies.
I mean, fair. All right. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, so we'll do that next week. But in the meantime, eat a lot. Shout out the fall of capitalism from COVID because most places still are not opening for Black Friday on Thanksgiving. It's nice to know that families get Thanksgiving together. So,
yeah.
I don't know what corporation to specifically blurt out right here. Walmart, dude.
Are you a Black Friday shopper?
Me? I usually end up going with summer just because.
I'm not.
You're not a big crowd guy.
No.
I like the crowd. I like the feistiness.
I went one time to get a video game. I was like, oh shit, Driver San Francisco's on sale. I'm gonna get this game.
Was it in one of the big bins that you just had to go through for hours?
Somebody started like shoving me from the back. And like I just turned around, I was like, listen, home, like I'm swinging. Like you hit me again, I'm swinging. Like it's fight or flight.
Because you're just trying to get that one game.
I just wanted that one game. And it wasn't like I was gonna wrap it and give it to somebody. Like I was gonna go home, put it in my PlayStation and play it, you know?
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Was it worth it?
No.
It's usually the way it goes.
No.
All right, well, Godspeed and good luck this weekend, peoples.
Yep. Stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving.
What's a good Thanksgiving theme to go out on?
Hey, go. Who's back, Mars? Who's back? Hey, the whole podcast is gonna